What's up? DJ Automotive back again with another tutorial video. Today I'm going to show y'all how not to change a window regulator on a 95 through 97 Mercury Marquis. This process would be the same or similar on pretty much, every 92 through 2011 Mercury Marquis, Crown Vic, town car. The only thing that's really going to change is the screws and bolts, the mounting points on the door panel. So let's go.
The bag got heavy now.
So here's a look at everything you're going to need. Center punch and a hammer, flathead and Phillips head screwdriver, ratchet with extensions and a 7/16 or 11mm deep well socket, as well as a 7/16 or 11mm wrench. Panel/trim remover, drill with drill bits, 3/16 and 7/32. Once you take the rivets out, you're going to need something to replace them with. 1/4-inch bolts, nuts, and washers. Blue thread locker for the nuts and bolts. When you're drilling out the old rivets, you're going to have metal shards flying everywhere. It's best just to have some safety goggles. Of course, you can do what you want to do, but I'm going to tell you something. I value my eyesight, so I'm going to use these. And you're going to need the new window regulator. So here's a look at our door panel. You'll have a Phillips head screw right down here. This is just ridiculous. I hate whoever did this. So all you'll have to do is just put a screwdriver in here and pop this little piece out. 2 Phillips screws. Alright, so apparently I thought I was recording this whole time. Look, you can just pop this little piece off. I mean, I actually did it by hand. I didn't even have to use a tool. You got these clips here. Go ahead and stick a screwdriver in here, assuming your clips are still there. And you can pull these clips out, and we can pull this whole little piece off. And in doing so, reveal that there is a screw right here that we need to pop off. So all you do is you just pull up from the bottom, use both hands, pull up from the bottom, and you can just make sure you pull the right over the lock, and the whole panel will come off. These clips here, you just pop these clips off, and you can completely remove the entire panel. Yeah, so I don't know what we got going on here. We're gonna have to take out this speaker here. So I'm not gonna take out the whole bracket. I'm just gonna take the speaker out. It's these 4 Phillips head screws. Then when you pop the speaker out, there'll be a, you guessed it, broken clip. I got to pulling this off and I realized this is literally a face shield. All right, so with the panel fully removed, now we can kind of see what we got going on here. We got rivets here, and then these 2 nuts. All right, so to remove the rivets the way that you're supposed to do it, you take this punch here, and you put it right on the center, and then you hit it with a hammer hard enough to basically punch the center of this rivet out, and you can just drill the rest out. Okay, so now we're gonna drill these rivets out. For that, we're gonna use a 3/16 drill bit and just drill them out. Now that we've punched the centers out, it'll be pretty easy. Now that all of our rivets are popped out, we can go ahead undo these bolts up here. They got 2 rivets holding the regulator to the window. One right here, it's pretty easy to get to, right? Then they got one right in there. So we're just gonna drill them 2 out, and then the window should come loose from the regulator. Go ahead and just unplug this completely. Now with the rivets out, window should be able to move freely. We're gonna just pull it out completely. So to do that, we're just gonna pull it up and then just kind of turn it sideways, wiggle it out. And be sure to grab these little plastic pieces. All right, so now to remove the regulator is pretty simple. We've already did everything. Just go ahead and break it loose, anything that it might be on. Fish it out. So we got our old and new window motor and regulator, the old one on the left, the new one on the right. First thing you're gonna wanna do is, you see these little plastic caps, you're gonna wanna take these off. That is the top. Just go ahead and fish it in, put it behind the door cable. All right, now you can line up these holes up here. All right, so with the new regulator in, line up all these holes. We're gonna put bolts in place of those rivets. Can't get a bolt behind here, it's just too narrow, so I'm not even gonna do it. So I am gonna put a bolt right here in the interest of finishing this off right. So you have to use a real small one. All right, we can go ahead and put these back on. So now that the regulator is in place, we can go ahead and fish this little connector through here. Before we hook it up, I am gonna dab a little bit of dielectric grease on it. There we go. All right, so now we can fish the glass back through. So we're gonna take the window and kind of cock it at an angle and slide it back down to where those holes are gonna match up with the regulator. Easier to put this bolt in. We're gonna go ahead and raise the window up. Perfect time to test the regulator as well. All right, y'all, so we can take this opportunity to learn something from me for real on what not to do, because sometimes learning what not to do is just as, if not more valuable than learning what to do. So what happened was those plastic washers that you had seen me pick up out the panel earlier, I forgot to put one of them in, and guess what happened? That washer is kind of like a buffer between the bolts and the glass, and if you don't have it, regardless, if you tighten it too tight, you're mucking up anyway. You know, you do these jobs, they can kind of get frustrating. You start to lose focus sometimes, and when you lose focus, you know, you make an error. Yeah, I mean, I broke the glass, so now I gotta, you know, replace it. Thankfully, I actually have another glass. I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this up and then finish the video out, but yeah. Yep. All right, y'all, well, we got the new regulator and motor in, and we got the window in place. We can go ahead and start putting everything back together. Plug the speaker back in. All right, go ahead and reconnect these connectors here. Now we can install the panel onto the door. All right, so once you got those clips together and you got the panel on, you can go ahead and put the door pull handle back on, 2 Phillips screws. All right, we can go ahead and put the door handle cover on. It's just kind of like just slides in there. Just pop in. Here, got a black screw. Phillips head, just feed it in, tighten it down. Go ahead and put the little control switch in. Plug in the 2 clips here, or 3. Yeah, it's 3 clips. And there you have it. That's how you change or not change a window regulator on a 95 through 97 Mercury Marquis. Hope you found this video helpful and informative, and about ready to go inside. So till next time, for DJ Automotive, we out. I'm not the type to quit, been through all type of shit. Only with the best, kept my same lawyer. I'm in the driver's seat, don't need no licenses. Coming through like I'm Juan Pablo Montoya. Taking my victories, all my ops history. Can't get no bread if you can't prove you loyal. Bag got heavy like naval destroyer. That's heavy, the bag getting heavy now. Dripped in designs, exclusive, I'm buying them. Soon as it's dropping, I buy it now. Just a proprietor, all my life grinding and stacking, paid in for no bit.